Good gaming, everyone. I'll try not to hold you for too long. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll get you in and out of here faster than you can say Marvel Gaming Universe. So, apparently, Insomniac will be at San Diego's Comic Con 2023. And you know what they're bringing with them? They're bringing Marvel Spider-Man 2. Possibly some gameplay, possibly a trailer. But more than just showing gameplay or a trailer, I believe this is the most important game Insomniac has ever made. In a year where Nintendo dropped the Megaton with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and a year where Xbox could possibly buy the biggest franchise in recent games history in Call of Duty, when and not if they buy Activision, at least that's what I believe, and have the capability of Call of Duty being directly associated with Xbox, even creating the belief in the mind of some casual gamers that Call of Duty is exclusive to Xbox. The only one carrying the Sony PlayStation banner this year, while all of that is happening, is Insomniac. And I really, no disrespect, I really don't think they're equipped to hold all of that above their heads. Not with Marvel Spider-Man 2 as we know it, at least. I made a video before talking about why Bethesda is better than Insomniac. How Bethesda games have so much depth and ambition, whereas Insomniac games are just fun. Well, I think it's time for Insomniac to put on their big boy pants. This is not like 2018 when Big Brother God of War came out, right? Same year as the original Marvel Spider-Man PS4. And they took home the crown, right? They took home the Game of the Year award for 2018, and you were just, there for support. It's not like that year. You're on your own. Final Fantasy 16, though it is exclusive, quote unquote, it's not a first party game, right? Technically, Square Enix can do whatever they want with Final Fantasy 16, right? There's definitely rumors of it coming to PC, but things are changing pretty drastically in the video game industry. It could go to Xbox, maybe a future Nintendo Switch. You don't have that this year. This year, you're the man, right? You're pretty much about to come off the bench. No disrespect, right? Jordan got fouled, right? Rolled his ankle. Phil Jackson turned around, looked at you and said, "Get in." Right? That was your chance. You might never be Jordan, but you could be a starter somewhere. Not to mention, all of the comic book community is watching this, right? You're the biggest comic book game right now, right? This could be your moment. This could be the time you let Disney know it's time to open up the war chest, so to speak. Let us create the MGU. Let Sony create the Marvel Gaming Universe. Right? You could say, listen, you already gave us Wolverine. Look what we just showed at San Diego Comic Con. Later on in the year, you compete seriously for Game of the Year. Right? You sell well, and you say to to Disney, listen, let us create a huge connected gaming universe, and we can show it piece by piece every year at San Diego Comic-Con. While you show your movies in Hall H, we'll be at Hall G, right? And we'll show what's coming in this connected gaming universe. You know, maybe Naughty Dog gets The Punisher. Maybe Guerrilla Games gets Scarlet Witch. You know, somebody gets the Black Panther. You know, maybe Sucker Punch, right? They've done some great things with superhero games, right? In terms of an MCU comparison of importance, this is between Captain America and the first Avenger movie, right? The original first Avenger movie. If you can show us and compete legitimately for Game of the Year 2023, I think this completely changes the way people look at you. Whereas now they're looking at you as, you know, you make fun games, you make them at a pretty fast clip, which is really cool. But, you know, at the end of the year, you're not really maybe not genre defier, but you're not that year's greatest game. You're not a generational game, right? You're not Bethesda tier. You're not Naughty Dog tier. You're quantity over quality. The only time people put you or call you that top tier studio is because you put out some really good games. 80s, 85s, 87s, 89s. Really great games. They're good. Listen, it's really good. And you put them out pretty quickly. Right? But you ain't making no Zeldas. Right? You ain't making no The Last of Us Part 2s. Right? Now, do I legitimately, like, what is my excitement? Do I legitimately think you can compete for Game of the Year 2023? Am I excited to that level? No, I'm not. But if they were to do a few things, go in a different direction, how do I think they can be a 2023 defining game of the year, real competitive? How do I think they can do that? I've kind of said it before, but if they open the map vertically, not just horizontally, right? Like they're adding they're adding Queens and Brooklyn this time, I think it is, right? I mean, I played Miles Morales, but I don't remember where exactly it was, right? So they're open Queens and Brooklyn, right? You got a bridge, very cool. Very cool. You got a harbor, very cool, right? You got the water, very cool. But if you open it vertically and not only horizontally, and I'm not talking about going underwater, vertically, going up, right? So I don't know how many of you have been to New York, Queens, right? But there's an airport in New York called JFK. Maybe you know where I'm going with this. I think they should allow you to go to that airport. You should be able to web zip onto a plane. That plane takes off. You're in the sky, right? Vertically, you could jump off the plane, right? Fly through the air with the new web zip wings, whatever, right? Glide on your way down. See a helicopter attached to that. You know, they can add air enemies, right? That can fly up to that height where you can fight on top of an airplane. You should be able to web zip onto boats, maybe ski at will, fight enemies. You know what I'm saying? That drone, you should be able to call that at any moment. Web zip onto that drone and ski on New York City streets and fight at ground level. Right? I think that part might actually be in the game. That's kind of what they showed a little bit in the last trailer. But that's the least. You should go in a real Grand Theft Auto. You can do what you want in this game. Dimension. That's where you should go. Because the reason I say this, at this point, most of the conversation I'm hearing around Spider-Man 2 is just going to be more Spider-Man, more of what you made in the first game, more of what you saw in Miles Morales. Before we get out of here, let's read this article from GA Gadget. Right, I think that's the name of this website. So it says, Insomniacs Games announced that fans can expect more information about Spider-Man 2 at the San Diego Comic-Con 23. I don't know what that means, man. Some more information doesn't sound like gameplay footage, but they might throw in a little something at the end, maybe a little sizzle reel. Insomniacs Games, the creator of the long-awaited Marvel Spider-Man 2, announced that the studio will attend San Diego Comic-Con 23. Here's what we know. It's not known what kind of information we should expect. Screenshots, trailers, gameplay, demonstrations, or something else. I pretty much can guarantee it's not demonstration. We haven't seen that in like at least 4 years. A gameplay demonstration? Man, remember those days? However, we now know for sure that fans will receive new information this month. This is a tweet from Insomniacs Games themselves. See you at San Diego Comic-Con with Spider-Man 2. This July, Marvel returns to San Diego Comic-Con with exciting panels, exclusive announcements, and all-star talent signings. Get all the details about this year's Marvel San Diego Comic-Con panel lineup here, and stay tuned for more info. So San Diego Comic-Con is an annual pop culture festival that has been held in San Diego since 1970. What else is there? Okay, so what we can expect it? I thought I was crazy. I thought I was bugging. Is that a proper grammar? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong. The festival will take place on July 20th and will last until July 23rd. I'm not British, so I'm reading it the American way. Flashback. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is a third-person open-world adventure game that is direct sequel, so we kind of know all this already. So anyway, you're up against The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, and the biggest court case in video game history, where Sony has a lot to lose. Now is the time. Now is actually not the time for just more Spider-Man. This is the original Avengers movie. This should be the beginning of the Marvel gaming universe. I've held you long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the show.